Every now and then I remember just how unbelievably stellar Rockstar's run has been to this point. They might have largely sat the 8th generation out, save for the mind-bogglingly detailed Red Dead Redemption 2, but as longtime fans have always known, their games contain tons of missions, details and secrets that are super easy to pass by. I'm Scott from WhatCulture.com, and these are the 10 best secret GTA missions everyone missed. Number 10. Cone Crazy, GTA Vice City. A staple of the original 3D trilogy was hiding mission triggers inside vehicles, i.e. you'd hop in a random car, van or on a bike, only for the screen to fade to black and a mission to start instead. Over time this was removed as it got in the way of speedy getaways a little bit too much, but Cone Crazy in Vice City stands out above the rest because it let you become a millionaire in one afternoon. See, Cone Crazy simply requests that you use the parked stallion car to hit a series of floating rings, without touching any cones. The twist is that your reward money increases every time, to the point where you can eventually come away with $1.6 million. A trick highlighted by YouTuber Bad Infos involves waiting until the timer almost reaches 0 before hitting the final ring. That way it's much easier to best your previous score on the next try. But either way, this is a neatly tucked away mission you can complete straight after the very first cutscene, and the reward is insane. Number 9. Under the Influence, GTA Online. To some, GTA Online's looser mission structures and encouraging of all-out improvised carnage has become the spiritual successor to how we played those original games. With Rockstar steering headlong into scripted set pieces and comedy sketches, sometimes you just need to go online with a mission describing a vehicle that needs stealing, then figure it out as you go along. With that in mind, some of the coolest missions get triggered as if by accident, and you'll only get given Under the Influence if you ring Agatha Baker after getting drunk yourself. Now the mission itself is super bland. You're literally just picking up a fancy Wagner car and hightailing it back to a drop-off point, but the sheer randomness of triggering this while drunk means that you probably missed it. Number 8. Basketball, GTA San Andreas. Until very recently, I thought it was common knowledge that San Andreas included a high-score basketball minigame, but the more you talk to old-school GTA fans, the more a whole bunch of people totally missed out. The reason seems to relate to one of many missions or overlapping triggers in San Andreas' code, making the basketballs themselves disappear from their respective hoops, or meaning that you can't pick them up anymore. A guaranteed way to play ball in San Andreas is to use the hoop right next to Sweet's house at the very beginning of the game. You can shoot from afar, getting 1 or 2 pointers, rack up a score within a time limit, and even do some slam dunks if you take a run up and then press shoot. Honestly, who even needs NBA 2K? Number 7. Abandonment Issues, GTA 5. Long before Red Dead Redemption 2 was giving you optional endings based on how honorable or nefarious you played Arthur Morgan's time as a cowboy, GTA 5's therapy sessions sat Michael DeSanta down and watched him bare his soul. Brilliantly, these therapy sessions go from being mandatory to completely optional, with the final one popping up on the map as the game unfolds without anything pointing you towards it. Best tackled at the end of the game or even after the final mission, Abandonment Issues sees Dr. Friedlander ask Michael a series of questions relating to violence and even if he's cheated on his wife, with DeSanta responding automatically based on how you played. Afterwards, you can choose to round off your time with the good doctor by killing him or letting him go to make a TV show about his time in Los Santos. Number 6. Waka Gashira Wipeout, GTA 3. This is almost like an anti-mission considering the subject matter I'm going for, but it's one of the coolest ideas in GTA history that, as far as I know, Rockstar never repeated. So in GTA 3, after you arrive on Staunton Island, you'll be accepting missions from a number of handlers, including brother-sister combo Kenji and Asuka Kaisen, plus business mogul Donald Love. The former pair's missions are enjoyable enough, but in a brilliant twist, if you pursue Love's quests to the end, his final ask involves killing Kenji on top of a multi-story car park. Doing this wipes out Kenji's remaining missions and kinda breaks the game if you're going for 100% completion, but if you were getting annoyed with any of Kenji's specific goals, just take him out and keep going instead. Number 5. The Final Frontier, GTA 5. Remember GTA 4's pigeons? Rockstar literally placed 200 individual pigeons all around their rework of Liberty City, then didn't give us anything for hunting them down. In GTA 5, it seemed that they were determined to right these past wrongs, and besides mythical entities like Bigfoot now getting dedicated cutscenes, aliens featured far more prominently, and all collectibles now gave you something cool. The Final Frontier mission then combines the latter too, but only appears if you can find all 50 spaceship parts. Sadly, you don't get access to any airborne vehicles, that would have to wait until GTA Online, but talk to Omega with all the components and he'll concoct the Space Docker Dune Buggy, replete with an alien hum to its engine and various sound bites for its horn noises. Number 4. The Payphones, GTA 3. The kind of open world mission trigger you couldn't do now but we absolutely just went with back in 2001, walking up to a series of ringing payphones around Liberty City gives you a bunch of hidden side missions. Not signposted on the minimap whatsoever, Claude will just do whatever the person on the other side is describing, ranging from the owner of Bitch and Dog Foods, Marty Chonks, turning his rival into mulch, to piloting various explosive toy buggies into some armored vans. Honestly though, Rockstar should bring this stuff back. The older GTA trilogy reveled in off-the-wall arcadey randomness, with floating power-ups and missions like this, and doing this sort of thing with a weightier physics model would be even more fun. Number 3. The Truth, GTA 5. As mentioned, Rockstar made a point of paying off every last fan theory from San Andreas in GTA 5. But like those of us who ventured up to the back of beyond based on map coordinates and timeframes from a random fan forum, GTA 5's deeper alien content is reserved for the real diehards. First up, there's Michael's induction to the mysterious Epsilon cult. Taking place across 8 random stranger missions that slowly induct you into the ways these Epsilonists think, you'll eventually be asked to track down 10 Epsilon tracts to finish things off. Again, like paying off alien components with a spaceship, nabbing all these collectibles unlocks the Epsilon tract of the 9th paradigm, year 157, a detailed breakdown of Project Epsilon's belief system. In a direct satire of Scientology, Epsilonists worship an ancient alien entity called Kiflom, but also believe that some people can talk to trees, that female members must lie with men 5 times a day in July, and that both dinosaurs and sperm are total lies. Brilliantly, this cult has amassed over $2 million, which you can escape with before you know the truth, providing you caught onto the fact that none of this was going to be worth your time. Number 2. Groom in Trouble, GTA 5. Continuing the tradition of GTA's best content being just off the beaten path, you can accidentally fail this mission if you choose to drive past the tied up guy with drawings all over him rather than engage. Fail to interact this first time and the mission is gone for good, which is a shame as it's easily one of the funniest in the whole game. Centered on a groom being left out in the wilderness for a laugh on his wedding day, gameplay wise you're just driving him from A to B to C to collect his suit and the best man. However, the dialogue alongside is consistently brilliant and the cutscene at the end is just icing on the cake. For your troubles, you'll unlock the Super Diamond Car, but sadly it doesn't do anything other than look fancy. And number 1, The Serial Killer, GTA Online. The idea of serial killers in open world games or games with open world elements where they're always operating in the background is fascinating. Dark Souls routinely has characters that will thin out your pool of NPCs back at HQ once they're free, and almost providing their take on live service storytelling, Rockstar injected a serial killer into the world of GTA Online in 2020 for players to take down. To do so, you need to find a series of very well hidden clues, ranging from bloodied murder scenes to a severed hand and a taunt graffitied onto a wall. Following this, the serial killer will text you and it's up to you to track them across some specific areas of the map between the hours of 7 AM and 5 PM. As a quick aside, this feels like a direct response to the sorts of fan coordinate stuff that old school San Andreas fans like myself used to believe. The idea that if we went to a certain spot at a certain time, a UFO would descend or Bigfoot himself would come running out the trees. Good on Rockstar replicating this with newer tech for a whole new generation of players. And better still, if you manage to take this enemy down, you'll be rewarded with their unique Navy revolver. And those are my picks for the best secret missions in GTA history. Let me know your favorites down in the comments below and please check out the WhatCulture Gaming Podcast. For now, I've been Scott from WhatCulture.com and I'll catch you soon.